and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Your day is Tuesday, September the 24th.
Well, we had rain, and there was a lot of fog out there this morning too. So
yeah, it was pretty foggy.
A change up in weather.
A little bit of change of pace. Yes.
Kelly, are we going to see more rain or some rising temperatures? What's next?
Well, we do have a few more rain chances, but I think we're kind of done with the rain chances and we're going back to that dry spell we've been having. But we did get some rainfall yesterday, and because of that, we're waking up to a little bit of fog throughout the region. But over into Whitesburg, everything looks clear. They're dealing with a little bit of cloud cover still this morning, but overall, a calm scene over there. Satellite and radar showing those clouds still filtering along to the south and near the Tennessee border. But folks to the north, you have cleared out, and because of that, those temperatures a little bit on the chillier side. Ashland at 52 this morning, so folks across the region may need a jacket this morning, but overall temperature is going to be feeling great this afternoon, and I'll have more details on that in just a little bit, guys.
All righty, Kelly, thank you. Well, last night, friends and family began saying goodbye to a Magoffin County teen killed last week in a crash. Visitation for Lindsay Trusty started at 5 o'clock Monday evening. Her funeral is this morning at 11 a.m. All services are at Salyersville Funeral Home. Trusty was only 18 years old.
And the city of Hazard announced on Facebook that the city hall will be closed today for the funeral of Leslie Hall. Leslie died last week after the brakes on her car malfunctioned, leading to the car that also injured her daughter. Leslie Hall's husband is this Hazard City Manager Derek Hall. The building will remain open for ongoing black lung hearings.
Officials in Bell County say one officer is in the hospital following a serious crash. Brian O'Brien with WRIL sent us this video of the scene. You can see heavy damage to the cruiser as it is being towed off. Officials tell us it involves a Middlesboro police officer who somehow flipped his cruiser. It is not clear if it happened during a chase. Somehow, we are told the officer did not suffer serious injuries. We are awaiting more details from the Middlesboro Police Department. Of course, we will bring those to you as soon as we get them over on WYMT.com.
The case against the Clay County mom charged in the hot water challenge is now headed to a grand jury. Angela Guth was in court yesterday for a preliminary hearing. Police say she did nothing to help a boy severely burned after her son poured hot water on him. Guth is charged with criminal abuse and wanton endangerment. Last month, the mother of the boy said Guth's attorney said his client wanted to apologize for the incident.
Well, this morning we still have many unanswered questions regarding to what led to a deadly shooting in Clay County. But what we do know is this man, Ricky Darrell Wagers, is behind bars charged with murder. Sheriff
Patrick Robinson says he killed Eddie Spurlock following an argument, but he did not elaborate on what that disagreement might have been over.
Now, I talked to people who are worried in the Big Creek community of Clay County.
A usual Sunday night at church in Big Creek turned into a frightened community.
Just lost, devastated. Is there anything I could have done to maybe prevent the action?
Not wanting to go on camera, this man came out of church when he found out one of his fellow community members died when police say an altercation went south.
Man, bad things are going on. It just makes it's heartache, you know. It's terrible.
Police say this man, Ricky Darrell Wagers, used a shotgun to kill Eddie Spurlock in his home.
I got confidence in my officers that they will work the case professionally and justice will be served.
Taking office in January, Sheriff Patrick Robinson knows the eyes of the county are on him and his deputies.
Shotgun is usually rare because they're big weapons and they usually are not packed around too easily.
While the law is sorting through details, this community is left to find some of their own.
It's disgusting. I don't know the words to say, but it's terrible.
While praying for the family who is left searching for peace. In Clay County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
And here I am. Well, we have reached out to the Clay County Detention Center to request an interview with Wagers. They have not returned our calls.
The woman accused of driving under the influence and causing a crash that killed 3 people, including an Eastern Kentucky woman, is scheduled to be back in court later today. Police say Tammy Rodriguez led police on a chase from Winchester into Lexington. During the chase, she went the wrong way on I-75 and hit 2 other vehicles. 35-year-old Debbie Blevins of Pikeville was killed in the crash, along with 20-year-old Caitlin Bailey and 26-year-old Taylor Blevins.
One man will be back in a McCreary County courtroom today after shooting a sheriff's deputy back in July. Mark Dungan of Pulaski County will appear in court in front of the McCreary County Circuit Judge this morning for his arraignment. Dungan is accused of shooting McCreary County Deputy Tyler Watkins after Watkins approached his car during a welfare check. Dungan faces a variety of charges, including attempted murder.
One woman in Johnson County was arrested in a sex trafficking sting. Paintsville police say 40-year-old Deborah Hamilton sent messages to a confidential informant saying she wanted to sell women to him for $75 an hour. When the informant showed up at the home, police say Hamilton went inside and sent a woman outside. Police stopped the woman, who told them Hamilton, quote, sells her and gives her some of the money for it. Officers executed a search warrant on the home and seizing an undisclosed amount of money and electronics.
Well, Hamilton was arrested on charges of human trafficking, promoting human trafficking, and possession of drug paraphernalia. She is in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center.
And Paintsville Police Chief Mike Rowe says the people living in the home will not be charged under the current circumstances, and an investigation is still ongoing.
Well, a couple was arrested for having children in unlivable conditions at a home in Laurel County. Police arrested 33-year-old Elizabeth Spencer and 37-year-old Jeffrey Spencer at a home on Boardwalk Circle. As they entered the home, officers found a roach infestation, spoiled food, and no running water in the bathroom.
They're just totally unlivable conditions for adults and especially for children, and children did live there as well.
Both were charged with criminal abuse and taken to the Laurel County Detention Center.
And while much of Eastern Kentucky is under a burn ban, one Eastern Kentucky man is behind bars accused of violating one.
The deputies in Laurel County arrested him for burning leaves in a wooded area off of Interstate 75. As flames spread around him, he then needed to be rescued.
WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more.
A Laurel County Sheriff's deputy was having a routine day on Friday when he saw smoke near several homes and businesses and went to investigate.
He saw this individual sitting, eating a hamburger with fire completely surrounding him.
And after several attempts to get the man's attention, he had to be rescued against his will, where he continued to have odd behavior.
I think that was due to his level of intoxication. He was rambling about all kinds of things and said he was some kind of general from West Virginia or something.
Deputies say 44-year-old Thomas Saylor sat the fire himself by burning leaves, which directly went against the local burn ban in Laurel County and could have quickly turned devastating, especially in the highly populated and wooded area off West Highway 80 he was near.
It just takes a second for that spark or an ember from that fire to get out and maybe catch the grass on fire and maybe escape over into the structure itself.
Despite the rain on Monday, the burn bans are still in effect across the region, as there has not been sufficient rain to lift them, making it illegal to start a fire. In Laurel County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Saylor was charged with public intoxication and violating the burning ban, among other charges.
Now, also in Laurel County, deputies need your help finding a man they believe took money from a store. Here he is. Take a close look. Deputies tell us he walked behind the counter at Corner Market, grabbed the money, and took off. If you recognize him, you can call 606-864-6600.
A Pike County thief is wanted for stealing 20 tires from Tim Shore and Linex. Tires from 5 vehicles were stolen sometime between Friday night and Monday morning. Employees found the vehicles sitting on chopped up telephone poles. Sales manager Jason Weffenstedt says he believes this was planned, and they are checking security footage from several weeks back.
I mean, imagine changing a tire on the side of the road, how long that takes. Now, times 5 different vehicles out here that you've got to take everything off. You've got to jack them up. You've got to put, you've got to put the blocks underneath it, set it back down, get the wheels and tires off of it.
It is estimated the stolen goods is worth more than $10,000. Kentucky State Police are investigating and a cash reward is being offered.
The United Auto Workers strike against General Motors entered its second week Monday. The union is demanding that GM relocate its plants from Mexico to the United States. GM produces far more cars in Mexico compared to other major manufacturers. Here in Kentucky, workers in Bowling Green received their strike pay from the union. Workers receive $250 per week.
As we wake up on your Tuesday and head out the door, you might want to grab a jacket because those temperatures are a little bit on the chillier side. We're looking at low 60s near Harlan, Middlesboro, Jonesville, 62 here in Hazard, a little bit chillier in Prestonsburg, now down to 56, and Ashland is chilly this morning at 52 degrees. So a little bit cooler thanks to that cold front that did work through the region, and our visibility throughout the region, especially to the south. We are seeing a few issues with fog. Harlan is looking at 3 miles of visibility, Middlesboro less than 1 mile, and Williamsburg you're looking at 0 miles of visibility. So just be very careful on the roads this morning traveling along to the south. But those clouds, they're continuing to push southward and get on out of here, leaving mostly clear skies to the north, and that will be continuing the trend heading throughout the day. Be sure to download the WYMT weather app to always track the rain chances as well as the temperatures. And as we head throughout and head to lunchtime, temperatures will be comfortable in the low to mid 70s with mostly sunny skies. And those mostly sunny skies are going to continue very comfortable this afternoon with temperatures into the upper 70s. And I'll let you know how long those comfortable temperatures will last here in just a little bit, guys.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning.
More news is on the way.
Police say they are investigating the sudden death of a popular athlete at a Central Kentucky college.
The bus stop